Hello. Thanks for stopping by Flea's Bourbon Journey tonight. Tonight I'm going to give you a little taste of the behind the scenes stuff. Okay, this isn't something we normally would put a video out about, but what I have in front of me is Caribou Crossing Single Barrel Canadian Whiskey. Okay, this is distilled in Old Montreal Distillery in Canada, and then it's bottled at Buffalo Trace, okay, here in the States. Now this is 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Okay, this is a Canadian wheat mash bill. Okay, now I can't give you the specifics on the mash bill because I don't have those available to me. You can see the bottle has some intricate etching on both sides here. Pretty cool, outdoorsy scenes. And I'll bring it closer so you can see. It's got this nifty caribou on top. All right. Now, when you can find this sells for around $50 US retail. I'm told that in some markets and in some retailers, it's easier to find a Pappy Van Winkle than it is this one. Well, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to provide a couple of 2-ounce pours into these little Boston Round bottles, and then I'm going to label what's in them. And then I'm going to take a 2-ounce pour for myself to try it tonight, maybe an ounce and a half. And then I'm going to take the remainder of it and put it in this decanter. And the reason for that is simple. I'm not keeping the bottle or the topper. See, part of the bourbon game and having a network of friends and retailers that you work with is sometimes when it's just about the juice that's in the bottle, but the bottle itself is special to somebody else, you make that happen for them. So that's what tonight is about. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, I've never had one of these. I've never tasted this. I'm going to take this seal off. Apparently some of it wanted to jump off the table. Oh well. All right. There we go. And I'm going to preserve that for the owner, the new owner of the bottle. I'm going to try to do this carefully so I don't mess up the topper for him. There we go. One successfully uncorked Caribou Crossing. Now, part of the process of this, I have a little pipette in case I need to tweak the amount that's in the bottle. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my jigger. I'm going to get my 2 ounces in there. Okay, and we'll see if I can do this on camera without screwing it up. And that 2 ounces goes into the Boston Round bottle. Okay, and that gets the Boston Round almost full, which is perfect. Then I'm going to do the same with this other Boston Round bottle. Now, I haven't shared with you yet why exactly I'm doing the Boston Round sample bottle thing. Well, I'm kind of a small fish in the bourbon game, okay? I've only been doing this since February, and I have an idea what I'm doing, thanks to the support of those around me. But the thing is, I count on others to share their expertise with me, and sometimes we're in competition for the same stuff, as was the case with this Caribou Crossing. Now, we'll call him Larry, and Larry knows who he is. Larry was interested in this bottle, and my local retailer at the store near my home got 1 bottle of it. Now, I did check with my local retailer, Spirits and Things, Nick. Good people, good things going on over there. And Nick was like, yeah, really is a unicorn bottle. It's really tough to get. It's, as I mentioned, it's made in Canada. It's distilled in Canada. And then it's imported by Sazerac, which is the parent company that owns Buffalo Trace Distillery. And then Buffalo Trace, after they import the juice, they bottle it. Now, I don't know if this is a product that is sold in Canada as well. I have no idea. But I do know that Larry, after talking to me and the wine, beer, and spirits manager at my local neighborhood store here, Larry was kind enough to pass on buying this specific bottle so that I could get it, because he knows that I like wheated bourbon, as does the retailer that it was purchased from. Well, as you can imagine, I was extremely grateful to Larry for giving me the opportunity to buy this, because I honestly don't know if I'll ever get another chance at another one. If I do, depending on whether I like it here, that'll determine whether or not I would take that opportunity if it were ever presented again. However, I don't have a man cave to speak of to display things like this. It's a beautiful bottle. It's a beautiful topper. I don't have a man cave to display things like that. So the reason there's two of these, one of these Boston Round 2-ounce sample bottles is going to be for Larry, the guy who passed so that I could buy it. Make no mistake, Larry spends a lot more than I do on his bottles at that retailer. And I knew the pecking order. I knew I was the small fish. But he was kind enough to let me get it. So one of these is for Larry. The other one is for the retailer. He's actually the wine, beer, and spirits manager at that retailer. He's from Canada. He loves the bottle. He loves the artwork on the bottle. He loves the topper. He might even like the juice. So the reason that I did this tonight is to give Larry a bottle so that he can try it, find out if he likes it, give my retail wine, beer, and spirits manager at my local retail shop a sample so he can see if he likes it, and I'm giving him the bottle. Because that's what you do. I wasn't buying it to display the topper or the bottle. I was buying it for the juice. And with this handy decanter, I still have the juice, right? That's what you do sometimes. Sometimes you do for other people. And sometimes that comes back around to you. It has for me. And it's part of the bourbon journey. So what we're going to do, since this was a first try fresh crack, we're going to give this about 15 minutes to sit. And we're going to come back and we're going to give you my thoughts on Caribou Crossing Single Barrel. Okay, we're back. Once again, in my decanter here, as well as in the two Boston Round bottles, I've got the Caribou Crossing Single Barrel. And that's what I have in my hand-blown double insulated glass that my kids got me for Christmas. It's been about 15 minutes in the glass. It's got a chance to settle and rest. Let's see what we can pick up on the nose. Getting a grain kind of fragrance. The grain aroma reminds me of Wheaties, kind of. Wheat grain. I'm picking up a hint of butterscotch in there. And then the usuals. There's some caramel, some vanilla, and oak. It doesn't taste like it doesn't have a aroma like a heavy char though. Let's see what the palate thinks. it has that grain kind of flavor in it too. Although it doesn't taste more like Wheaties. I'll have to try to figure out what that grain flavor is. This is very different. It's really smooth. It's only 80 proof, so I mean it doesn't have much heat to begin with based on its proof, but there's not much heat in the flavor at all. Definitely got the butterscotch in the background there. Honestly, it tastes about like it smells. In my research, I've learned that this is aged 3 or more years. There's not necessarily a specific age statement that I was able to locate. If you've been able to locate one, feel free to hit me in the comments. Let me know what you found out. But I can tell you this. This is probably one of the first times that I can say on a first try fresh crack that the aromas and the palate are almost dead on. Vanilla, caramel, oak, grain, butterscotch. I think that the grain is forward, the oak and the butterscotch are in the background. The vanilla and the caramel, they're kind of up front, but then there's a touch of a spicy in the finish, just a touch. Like almost like a chili powder kind of spice in, and it's very faint, and it's got a quick finish. It doesn't continue to linger. The mouthfeel on this is, honestly, it's pretty light on the mouthfeel. You don't feel like this is taking over all your taste buds throughout the experience, but it does have good flavor. I would definitely say this one is a drinker and a decanter. That's what I did there. On a 3 to 13 scale, easy to drink, not much heat, sweet, which I like. I'm going to give this a 9 on the 3 to 13 scale. If you're able to find you a bottle of Caribou Crossing single barrel and it's about that $50 retail price, I would say it's worth every penny. Everybody's palates are different though. If you've had Caribou Crossing before, let me know what you thought. Well folks, thanks for stopping by Flea's Bourbon Journey tonight. I hope that you enjoy your bourbon journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe.